Attention, attention, attention. This is the Townnet B of the day. I am your net controller. Senior number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo. If you're around and would like to check in, please come in with your call sign phonetically. Reminder to all that the net is being recorded for training purposes. You may begin!
Senior number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Senior number 4, Lima Echo India.
Tin number 2, Golf Echo India.
Senior number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Anyone else? And Gay is here, finally. Wow. Okay, anyone else? Okay, it is now 4:30 p.m. Official call out for the Townnet B of the day. Let's see if anyone want to come in. Come in, come in, come in. Okay, one last call. One last call. Check in, check in, check in. Please come now. Okay, we'll begin. So. I got a topic, but before I start, let's go around and see what you guys have that you want to bring to the table. Net A, we talked about sobering. Then it was a lot of stuff, but yeah, let's see if you guys have any topic you want to bring up. Senior number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Senior number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Good day to Sergeant Gijan. Good day to my seniors and my juniors. I would like to explore how we could use the Div and the portal to clean locations of our houses where we don't necessarily want to go there physically, and possibly also discuss the MMs. I read the forum, and it took me a while to really register everything. I don't know, mental block, Sergeant, mental block. But finally I got it, and I also appreciate my seniors and my juniors who also assisted me as well. Hopefully I wasn't stressing you all out. And yeah, I don't have most of the stuff for the package. I only have like the magic money, the silver and the gold paper. And I wonder if it would be the same process, Adrian, or if I could, or if I shouldn't upload, or what I should be doing, seeing that I don't have all of the other material that is needed for the package. Those are the two topics for me. Tinyat number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Hopefully my song is a little bit more better.
You sound okay. The MM is not a part of what you have to prepare for Saturday. Okay. I will move on to the div after everyone. So let's move on. Kenya number 4, Lima Echo India.
Senior number 4, Lima Echo India. Yes, Sergeant. Yeah. Yeah, I was not much today. Today's pretty normal. Uh, yeah. Yesterday, I remember Chung he asked me about the MM as well. I was like, yeah, like chill. He's like, he's all panicking and everything. I like just do write the food and stuff like that. Like you don't gotta be like a hurry. Like you have to like get it done today, like ASAP, or else you be in trouble or anything. But yeah, uh, I plan on this week as well, preparing the MMs as well for the getting from the RC and for the altar and stuff like that. Tinyat number 4, Lima Echo India.
Yeah, the MM is not a rush. I posted the MM teachings. It's more um, like yeah, there's some new stuff there for you guys, but it's not like this is homework. You have to get it done, you know. So eventually you'll get there. Yeah, you read about it, you know what it is, and if you don't have the MM materials, you can start like buying them. Like I don't know, maybe you don't have it, maybe you don't have everything, right? Now you know, then you can start buying it and you can use it. But it's not like you need it for this Saturday. The Saturday we're focusing on the house cleansing, so that will be like the 15th ceremony for everyone, and and there's also that announcement. If you want to participate and have your place cleansed by me, right? Because I'm doing my ceremony outside of the ACM. And if you want to join that one, then you can participate that one. Okay, so double double. But yeah, no rush about making your MM. For Lay is different because he already knows, so he and Ha should be like getting back on track with the MMs from the court to their altar. Like that's their level, okay? Not you guys. For you guys, the AC has opened up the super easy way of like getting MMs checked with the AC. Like if you look at the WeChat, Tin Hong actually did it, and it was like only 2 minutes. His video. So like that includes opening the portal, getting everything done, and then the MM is ready. So only 2 minutes, and you can already have the MM that you want, and you can use it to empower things locally. So yeah, that's the point, making it things more simple and fast and yeah, like more readily as accessible for everyone. That's the purpose of the AC. Okay, so for you guys, yeah, this is like there, but it's not something you need to rush for this weekend. Team yet number 2, Golf Echo India, India.
Team number 2, Golf Echo India. Hi everyone, Sijan Gijang. It is good to be back. I am super looking forward to that house cleansing. I could just tell by the way that things have been moving around here, just like how I keep getting stalled out from joining Net A, that we could really use some more power than what Gap and I are able to do by ourselves. So that'll be great. Yeah, it's been frustrating missing as many nets as I have. It's especially annoying that I missed a net that was on like the portal work and stuff. 'Cause that sounds like really useful. Um, we've used the MMs just a little bit before, for GAPS treatment and such, and having a good way to check them from the AC. Sounds like a freaking awesome upgrade. So I'm gonna have to check out Hong's video Trying to think if I have anything that I specifically want to ask. What have you guys been up to? What have I missed? I guess I'll just have to stick around and find out. Vignette number 2, Gulf Echo India.
Yeah, we have been missing your voice. I was like, hey, what happened over there? So yeah, don't worry about missing the net. More importantly, focusing on now you're on the net again, right? So that's good. And I'm going to make use of this net to pass on as much stuff as possible. So yeah, get your ears ready. Vignette number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Greetings, Sejuan and everybody. I don't really have anything particular, but I am interested in hearing about the soul bearing, which may be what you have in mind to talk about. So I'm looking forward to that. Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Okay, let me do a call out. Anyone want to check in? Anyone want to check in? Okay, well, I was hoping someone else would check in, but anyway, let's get into the topic, the meat. Well, the soul burying we talked about already on Net A, so I will save a little bit of time. Let's dig into the main topic today, which I have prepared, and that is, hey, a newbie would ask, how do I know if my house is clean or dirty or having issues? How do I know, like, after I do the cleansing, is it like done? Think about it. Like, you ask someone to come to your house and clean up, right? Okay, they say they're done. So how do I know? Is it really done or not really done? Like, is there anything left? You know, like like I have this issue with some rat problem, rat, right? And then someone comes over and say, yeah, we're done. We got them. And how do I know? Maybe there's like something else hiding, right? So yeah, today we're going to talk about this issue, how to check. And there are ways, you know, when we are high level enough, we all have D6 vision, so can actually see it. Like I go to Soul Travel and I can immediately see the problem, right? So there's no need for all that. But there are also times even your Sazuan is like not in condition. Maybe he is tired, he is overwhelmed by so many problems, everyone need his help, and oh my goodness, right? So yeah, our almighty Jigam Samlo Joshi said there got to be a easier way, He's always like that. He's always like trying to make things easier. So there goes a new, not new, but a more accessible method. Okay, and that is called checking the different palaces in your house, doing a full diagnosis of the place. And well, let's start simple. You're gonna get a div cup, okay? And using a div cup, we're going to div at the altar or wherever you're setting up that portal, right? That will be the center. So we're doing like there's like paper, and a paper you have a representative map of the house, and the map is not like a floor plan, not like the modern floor plan kind of map. It's just a 9-block grid. Okay, you have 9 blocks, and we're going to use this 9 blocks with the Keimun Gap and the Bagua. So these are like the 8 doors and the Bagua and everything. We're going to use those. Okay, so when we are working with the god, we point the sword or the fan at a certain block and we ring the bell. and we're asking to God, okay, how about here? And then we take the div cup and we div. We do 3 toss, right? And then what does it mean? Number one, the toss number one is like it's like D8, but it's not really the D8 as in physical. It's like the God just look at it and like, okay, this is like at a glance, right? At a glance, how is it? Okay. And then the second toss is like the D6. It means the God actually check and what do he think about it? Thinking, right? Think. And then the last one would be like the D1, which is like what he feel this would turn out. So that will be the future. Okay. So the first toss is like a surface problem. Okay. Now let's say you ask me, I help you to clean the kitchen. You use the div cup, right, to ask me how's the kitchen. So I'm going to check for you. So from far away, I take a look. Okay, your kitchen looks good. Nothing's happening. Like there's nothing exploding, nothing bleeding out, nothing is like leaking water. There's nothing. It looks normal, right? But it's not like, wow, it's so fancy. It's so nice. It's sparkling. Nah, it's like normal. So I'll give you a sing for the first one, okay? Because you see, the top is yang, bottom is yum, the middle is sing, right? So middle, right? Like ordinary, normal, like peng, right? Okay, so nothing's going wrong. Okay, now the second div is I actually go in, I open the things up, look under the cabinet, and like do the inspection. And after the inspection, I saw something's not good, like maybe there's like a broken pipe or whatever, right? So I give you a yum. There's a problem, okay? Now, but because I was looking at it and I saw the broken pipe, I might as well help you to fix it on the way out. So I kind of do something, tape it up or something. And okay, so I will give you the last one. I'll give you a yang. Yang is really good because, hey, because I was checking it. And so I found the problem and now I fixed it. So it's a very good thing. Okay. So now you see, you gotta sing yum yang. It tells you that, like my diagnose, like how I check and, this is my answer, right? So you do this for the center palace. And then you go through, like starting from the teen moon, which is like at the northwest corner, and then you do the same, and then you do the same for like all the way all around in a clockwise format, and you check every place. Now you will see like a general idea, like which place is good and fine, which place has a problem, right? There are sometimes like the yum, but it's like the outcome is good, so you don't need to worry about it. But if the outcome is yum too, then like, oh, you need to pay extra attention to that block and see what's happening, right? So that is the first step of how to check up the house. And it's not always about that direction. Like, for example, if the problem is in the north palace, right? It doesn't always translate to the north side of your house, okay? It doesn't. So I'll talk more about it later. But now, let's see if everyone got the idea. And if you have questions and so on, let's go. Tier number 2, Charlie Hotel. Go.
Timmy at number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. That is extremely technical, Sajan. Hopefully we can have like a demonstration, like a video demonstration. Seeing it's on the net right now, it is a little difficult for me to conceptualize. I know we have to use Ibagua and the Nine Palace, but what if you have like, how do you, so you start off with a paper, you start off with your div cups. So how do you draw your house on the paper? Is it going to be like in a square like the Bagua? Is north, west, south, east? Like what are the factors what are the what are the factors? Like I just need a little more context because I can see how great this could be. Instead of me having to go there with the spray or the fan, if I don't need to, I could just deploy my troops to go and clean it up. Or even my God, this sounds like a really good hack. And but I just need to get it in a I just need to mentally get it right now because this song's really juicy and it's something that I'm really interested in. Back to you, tenure at number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Okay. Yeah, you get a piece of paper and you draw the 9 blocks, right? Like nine squares. And then in that 9 block you have like layout, where's the north, where's the east, and so on, and you have like all the 9 blocks. And what you do is you point and ring the bell, point at this block, ring the bell, and you do the div, right? And you repeat the same process for everyone. And of course, you can like record the div in on a piece of paper if you want to. So yeah, basically it's kind of like that. It's very simple. It's not like hard to do, but the thing about interpreting what that palace really is what I have to get into later in details because like it can be as simple as yeah, it's on the palace on the east, so you go to the east side of the house, then you know the problem is around here, but it could be also more complicated, or actually I should say more detailed or more pinpoint. So I'll get to that in a bit. Let's go. Tina number 4, Lima Echo India.
Tenure number 4, Lima Echo India. Yes, Adon. Yeah, I kind of get the gist of it. Like, so you draw out 9 blocks, and then you like based on the direction, you kind of try to find where it is. And if you toss the div once, it's kind of like what the god kind of like think about it, and then you toss again, and the god looks deeper into it, so how he feels about it, and then the third time it's like kind of like he inspects and see what the problem is, and then after that, that's like the result. Yeah, that's what I kind of get with the div. Yeah, so far, Tinyat number 4, Lima Echo India.
Okay, first of all, you got that wrong. Okay. First toss is like you take a look, and so what actually happened did already on the surface, that is very obvious. Okay. So it's like imagine you walk into the kitchen. The first thing is like, okay, at a glance, it looks fine, right? Like that. So that's at a glance. So if you're like at a glance, there's like all the food spilled on the floor. Oh, yum, right? So it's something that very obvious and already happened did. Okay. And the second toss, it will be like after they check what was there and like, you know, something deeper. So it's not something that you can see right away. But upon checking, the god think, and like it's like what the god really think when they, you know, interact with the elements there. So it's like, yeah, at a glance, your kitchen, no problem. But as I go in and I kind of like, you know, walk around, I feel your tiles are kind of wobbly. And then I think that it is a problem because it might like collapse. Right. So these are problems that are like not yet manifested. Or maybe they're like hidden bombs, you know, like later they will cause problem later. But the first div, the first toss is like, yeah, you're already got hit, you know, like someone shot you, it's done already. You can reverse it, it's already done. Okay. But the second one is like they might shoot you, right? It's like that. The third one is what they feel about the outcome. So it's like, yeah, they might shoot you, but I feel that you'll be okay because you're wearing an armor, right? So that will be a sing or a year, right? So the last one is feel, okay? The second one is think. The first one is see, okay? See, think, feel. I see that you should be fine for the exam. I think that the exam is a little bit hard, but I feel that you'll be fine. Right? There you go. Tier number 2, Golf Echo India.
Team Yacht number 2, Golf Echo India. Yeah, I feel like I'm following pretty well so far. This seems like an excellent way to get a distance overview of our own house. And actually, it sounds like it might be a good way to be able to gauge the effectiveness of cleaning or support from a distance as well. So this is really cool, and I look forward to getting into more detail about it. I'm kind of assuming at this point that when you say that just because you got a yum in the north, for instance, doesn't necessarily mean that the problem is in the north area of the house. It could have something to do with the qualities of the north, which I think I remember is water. So I don't know if that would mean that it's like an issue with the plumbing, or if that means that it's something that's creeping up slowly. I'll be interested to find out more. Team Yacht number 2, Golf Echo India.
Yeah, you are correct. The north doesn't mean the north. It has more to do with the Bagua and the Kei Mun, 8 doors. If you have heard of the Kei Mun Tun Kap, it's like some kind of mysterious thing that explains how the flow will work. And there's like 8 doors, meaning like the 8 different phases, which things cycle from here back to pre-heaven. And I'll talk about that after Seung. Okay, so Team Yacht number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Team Yacht number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Yes, this certainly seems like a useful addition as a tool for us to diagnose our houses. It sounds like it's something definitely that we do after there's been a cleansing happening. Like you said, it's just like your initial question was, how do you know if when it's done, if it's really done? So this is something that we do after there's been a cleansing to see if there's any extra issues that need to be dealt with that maybe weren't fully dealt with the cleanse. Is that correct? I had another question. I can't remember now. Yeah. Also, does it include? How can you include like other areas, like for example, my driveway or the outside area of the house? Can that be included in such a thing? Team Yacht number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Good question. That is the beauty of this Kei Mun Tun Kap. The beauty of the 9 palaces. Why is it called palace? Because the palace is like a place where all the gods sleeps. It's like a place that contains all the gods. And the god meaning like the different properties of that thing. Like it all goes into there. So if your God is trying to relay a message to you, they just need to like show you through this one block, and it will point you to a lot of things. So let me go through. Oh, by the way, before I continue, Gay mentioned distant. Yeah, you can do this method for other people by distant as well. So what you have to do is very simple. You open a portal, and then you throw the God into the portal to that location, and then you ask the God to check the different palaces for you, and you get a full report. And then now your God have just like looked around the 9 palaces and tells you what's going on, and you can now analyze and use that piece of information. So it will be useful, and it's not only limited to like properties The nine palace can also be like on people as well. Like you can actually check up on the person or anything like in their life. So like the nine palaces could be like a certain area in their life like that. Anyway, let me continue on the nine palace. So the first thing is the center. The center palace is like the major luck. So if this palace, there's like no problem. You got like sing, sing, sing. It's like, okay, sing, sing, sing. What does it mean, right? If I see a triple sing in the center, it means like, okay, I'm the god. Okay, the god look and say, in general, there's like no, no, no problem. And I kind of look at it, kind of ordinary, no problem. So it's like okay, okay, kind of like that. So everything is okay, okay, okay. So there's nothing to worry about, right? If you see a triple sing in the center, then whatever you see on the other side is like, yeah, it's fine. It's not going to have any issues. Then you don't need to be so like picky about it. But the problem comes when the center has a little bit of issue here or there, then you want to look into what's going on, right? So the center is like we say the heart of the whole thing. If there's nothing wrong with the heart, everything else will be fine. Okay? It's like the boss of the company. If the boss of the company is still here, like your Saturn is okay. Like, yeah, Leia is not well, Wing is not well. It's fine, like he will fix it. But if Saturn is sick, oh shit. Right? Anything around him have a little bit of issue, they're gonna get like mega fucked. So you gotta understand the center is the most important, and it's called the main luck. That's like the dragon chi, right? Like the main thing that comes in. Okay. Now let's move the mic around to see if you get it. Tia number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Senior number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. I understand the concept of the main center being the thing that everything else would orbit around, because that is what is sustaining everything else. I'm just having a little bit of trouble understanding the actual application. So when you said, Sajuan, that how did you say it? You said that when there's sing, 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 that means there's nothing really to worry about. But how does that relate to the act? Well, can you give us or give me, because I'm probably lagging behind, mental and hopefully online a visual concept of how you draw any blocks. So you draw the 9 blocks, like you have the Bagua, you have the bottom would be north, top would be south, the right would be west, left would be south, I think. And those would be the 9 palaces. The center would be the 8, from what I could remember, with the different elements, because like Guy said, north would be water. I think west would be gold. So once you have that kind of plot out and you start a div, depending on which section you div in, would depend on what type of answer you would get. And I will assume if you have like yum saying yum, that would relate back to the Bagua. So you just need to know what that trigram is saying. Is that correct? Back to you, Tenyot number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
No, you're overthinking. The Yum Yum thing is like just the decoder, like the div cup. So the first thing is what the god like go there and see. The second is what they think after checking. The third one is how they feel about the outcome or the future. So it's just like that simple. You're overthinking. You're overthinking to like put the bagua and then all that. It's nothing to do with that. Okay, so how you read the div cup is how you read the div cup. Very simple. You don't draw all that information. You just like draw the 9 blocks, and then you basically label the palaces, and you point to one palace. You ring the bell, and you start diving. That's basically how simple it gets. So you're kind of like overcomplicating the situation here. Okay. TN number 4, Lima Echo India.
Vignette number 4, Lima Echo, India. Yes, Sir John. Yeah. So now I got a better understanding of what the guys first is just the outside and going deeper and yeah. Now I got the dragon cheese. So that is like the main thing. So uh, it's like kind of like everything. Does everything has like the main luck? Like I know we have the main luck, and then the house has the main luck, and like for example, the lineage has like the main luck. So that's like the main. So John like said like so that's kind of like the heart of everything. So if the center, the heart, if everything mess up, the whole thing like not function. So when we div and stuff, do we check for the center first, and then we go down to the other sides, or is it like we see something happening over here and we kind of check to see, or so is it like depending on situation to situation, or yeah? Thing at number 4, Lima Echo India.
Yeah, the first one you check is always the hot. Okay, now we move on. So the second one, you always start from the sky door because that is the first point. Like it's kind of like our Yun Sun, right? So that's the first point. So you work from there and then you go around the circle in a clockwise manner. Okay, so starting from the northwest corner, which is the sky door. So here is called like, let's say we can call this block 1, and then you go around and you have like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Like that. And 9 is like in the center. Okay. So we have like 1 to 8. So if you can follow, let's go. So in the K Moon, right? The K Moon, there are like 8 doors. Okay. You don't have to memorize, but I'll go through it and we'll put it online as well in text. So there's a way to memorize it. So in Chinese, right, we memorize it like this: Hoi Yao Sang Sheng Dou Ging Sei Ging. So only 8 words. Okay. So the first one, which is the northwest. Okay, the first block. Let's go. So the first block is called Hoi Mun, open door. And you can see it's related to like if we're talking about house, right? Then it will be anything outside of the house. Okay? Very simple. Outside. So if you talk about like the driveway or backyard, right? This is like the outside element. So if the problem is here, you can look into the outside of the house. And the second one, Yao Mun. Yao Mun is like the thing that enclosed the house. It could be like the wall of the house or the fence of the house or something related to something that enclosed the inside, like what marks the inside of the house, right? It could be something related to that. And then we have the next one, which, oh, by the way, the second block, it can also be the wall as well. So like, yeah, there's a hole in the wall, some squirrels digging a hole there. The third one, Sang Mun, right? The live door. And this one is related to any opening that lets you go into the house. So it could be a door, like main door, garage door, or some doors, like any kind of door that goes into a room or area. And then we have the Seung Mun. Seung is like breaking down. It's called a breaking door, which is like, you know, when you enter your house, there's always an area where it breaks you down. Like you take your keys out, you take off your shoes, you take off your bag, right? You're breaking up. So there's always a place where it's about breaking up the element that goes in. So you get ready for what to do in that area. So that would be related to that area. Okay. And then the next one, uh, Do Moon. Do is like it stops you. Like once you pass this zone, you're not going out again. Okay. So if I look at my house, this would be like the point where like it between where I take off my shoes and then I pass and then go into the carpet, right? So once I like start going to the carpet area, I'm not going out, right? That's like the actual living space, right? So that's the door. So if the problem is here, I would be having issues like around these areas. And then next one is Geng. Geng is like the living space that lets you stay. And it's like a place where you can see, like, you can sit down and just open your eyes and look around and you can see it. It's very obvious, it's just around. So if you like look around the house, something laying on a table, something on the shelf, right? Like that. So yeah, and then we have the next one, which is say is a death door. Death door is like the things that relate to going out of the house, like an exit, and usually is like your bathroom, like because you have all the pipe and toilet things that actually goes out of the house system. Okay, so there goes the toilet. And then the last one is King. King is the fear door, which means like it goes back to the heart or goes back to pre-heaven. So this one would be like your bedroom, because you go back to pre-heaven there, right, where you sleep. Or it could be like the deep storages of things. So you have to like dig into, where the storage are. So this is a quick rundown of the 8 door, and you can see like 8 different category, you can say. And like you look around the house and you can kind of see, okay, this door have issue. I will look for these kind of things, right? So you can ask, are you talking about the direction of the house? Are you talking about the actual door, or are you talking about another thing, right? So now we can use the div cup to further ask the God, like, what are they referring to when they say, that palace have issue, right? You check the door and you're like, oh, is it like, you mean the live door have issue? Or do you mean this direction have issue, right? Now you can ask. Tier number 2, Golf Echo India.
Vignette number 2, Golf Echo India. Excellent clarification. That was a lot of the questions that I was going to ask that you just answered right in a row. Okay, so yeah, with that rundown, it sounds like that's, most of the major areas that have been covered there. I like the analogy of like, you have somebody over to clean your house. The god is checking. Okay, well, at a glance, this room, like the kitchen, it looks good. And then they start like opening the cupboards and checking the sink, and like might find some issues there, or maybe it looks fine. It looks great. Once you've discovered a yum, either in the first or second position, how do you proceed? Vignette number 2, Golf Echo India.
Well, you have to look at the third one, because it's like, yeah, even you have a yum, if the third one is the like good, then you don't need to worry about it. Right? So if the third one is a yum, it's like, yeah, you really need to work on it. Then you have to investigate. But otherwise, it's still okay. The god might have fixed it on the way out. Also, you got to look at the center palace first. If the center palace is okay, then even if say like in that palace something's wrong, it's not going to be a big deal. So yeah, just forget about it, right? So when will we like really have to look into it? Is like yeah, the center is say that there's a problem, and now we see where the problem is, and then we dig in the details and see if it's actually worth solving that problem. Okay. Now let me do another analogy with the eighth door. Okay, starting from block one, not the heart, but the block one, like where the sky door, right? We're gonna talk from there and talk about how it relates to you, human or living being. Okay. First of all, when I open my eyes, okay, things I see outside, that's the block one. The Hoi Moon, open door, right? Open your eyes, anything you see around you. Okay, so I'm looking at things. That's the phase. So if this one have issue, it's like things that I can see around me is the problem. Maybe it's like someone at home or whatever, right? Okay. Second is when I close my eyes and I think, that's inside. Okay, mental. And then the third one is I open my mouth and eat. So it could be like things I said or things I have eaten, right? That's the problem. So you ate some yi food, like yi food, okay? Then that might be the problem. And as you go on, you have the next one is the throat. Okay, the throat breaking door, right? The throat breaking down. And then you go down to the dou, which is the stomach. And then ging is the intestine. Seimun is when you poop, the asshole and peeing, like pee and poop. And then the king is like your sleep, or maybe it could be going back to the heart, like the feeling. So with all these, it explains the whole cycle of that person, right? So let's say randomly block 6 have issue, okay? So what is block 6? So we count, right? Hoi, Yao, Sang, Sheng, Dou, right? Like that. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that will be the Gengmun, the intestine. So around the intestine area, or it could be like related to like that part in the body map as well, or like things in their D6, like plans, Yip, damp, Chi, things related to that kind of thing. That's the problem. So as we go, we can like kind of dig in more and know what actually is wrong. And there you go. TN number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. I tuned out for a bit there, but I got the last bit of it. Speaking of what you were talking about before, like the center seems to be like as you said, the heart of the whole thing. And if that's fine, then like 3 things kind of thing, fine. Then the other issues are either not really that important, or it's not like that urgent that something's gonna catastrophic or dangerous is gonna happen or spill over into your life or affect chi that badly. But if it's not like that, then you need to you need to go in and diagnose where what's happening where. So that's what this is all about. So the initial, I'm still getting my head around the Bagua stuff and the locations. Hopefully there is a little drawing or something that might be able to help coming our way. But it sounds like it's a very useful tool. So back to you, TNet number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Yeah, no worry, there will be. As we did when we find out that there's like, okay, there's a problem here, we can also sometimes want to check up exactly what property the problem is. And that you can also bring out your cards to get the 9-star number, right? So to div about like a yi, like a problem, right? So we spotted a problem at this palace. We can use the card to draw 2 numbers. the two numbers is like 1 to 9, and you have two number, right? Let's say 25, okay? So the first number is about the outside, and the second number is the inside. So it's like the God is describing what that ye property is. So this ye is doing the job of 2 for the idea of 5. So this guy is like taking away things uh for 5 is like for making me stuck, right? 5 is like the chi is being trapped. So he is taking away things to trap me in a position or in a certain phase in life. So it's a looter. There you go. So it could be like a ghost, right? A ghost here to confuse my heart, my feeling. So it really gives you a instant kind of like description of the yi. Let's say, okay, we have another one. 72. Okay, so what that means, 7 is like you're trying to make something happen in reality. So the yi is like doing that for 2. 2 is like I don't have any light, right? So I become a ghost. So they're like trying to make me something happen, and that will like make me become like D2, become like nothing. So trying to make me poor, like that. So wow, that's a bad thing, right? So after we know where the yi is, we get 2 cards and describe the yi's property, and we can understand what that yi is trying to do. Now, before I move on, because time is kind of running out, so I'll do another one here about the Bagua as well. There's also like this layer in the 9 palace with the post heaven Bagua, because we're looking at a house, right? So the house is the post heaven thing. So post heaven Bagua. If you lay out the post heaven Bagua, there's a little layer here that describe about like it's trying to hint to you the people, like what is it related to if you want to know about the people. So obviously if you have like a big family, you need to kind of guess, but okay, first of all, the Qin and Kun, it's always like the two extreme. So a typical family, okay, then it will be like the father and mother if there's no grannies. Okay, it's like the oldest male and the oldest female. Okay, so that will be like the Qin and the Kun. Okay, now if you look at the bottom of the post heaven Bagua, the Qin Gua on the northwest corner. Okay, Qin, that is like the oldest male, right? Now if you look at the 3 other Gua to the left, okay, so the northeast and the east. These 3 are all male, and you can see there's only one of the yang line, like out of the 3. So the first one, hum, is in the middle. The second, gun, is on the top, and then zhan is on the bottom. So if you look at it this way, the first one, that the top line is like pre-heaven, and it grows to the bottom, right? So we can say the hum is like the middle age sun. Okay, like the middle age sun. And the gun, because it's like on the top, right? So it has not been born yet. So that's like the youngest one. So that's the youngest son. And then the zhan is like on the bottom. So it's like the one that is born for the longest. So that one is the elder son. So if you look at it this way, it will show you like if it's related to male son, like where, is it in the family? Now look at the Kun. Okay, Kun is the oldest female, but there are also 3 surrounding it, the Sun, Lei, and Dui, and they all have one stick that is Yum. So these are the female Gua. And what you look at is where that Yum is. So for example, the Lei is like the middle is Yum. So that's the middle age female daughter, right? The daughter, middle daughter. And if you look at like the Sun Gua is like the bottom, right? So that's going to be the most elder daughter, and the third is on the top, so that will be the youngest daughter. So sometimes in a div, the god can relate to these elements and let you know like where is the most problematic thing in the house if you want to relate to people, and that would sometimes give you a hint. It doesn't always have to be like father mother. It could be like their position in a company. Let's say a manager, right? The manager would be like a middle person, like middle rank. The boss would be like the highest rank, right? And then you would have like female and male and so on. So it can also relate to that kind of hierarchy as well. Now you know that how the Bagua can relate to female, male, and their age and ranking. Then when you div, there's another layer on top. Tier number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Tenured number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. That bit of information you just gave, Sajuan, was a little confusing to me, even though I have a pen and a piece of paper and I'm taking notes. It's a little mind frying right now to put it simply. But I did follow the part when you were giving a bit of the analogy with yourself. So like when you mentioned 1 to 8 blocks could relate to yourself, 8 being sleep, and 1 being you, 2 could be mental, 3 could be eating, and so on, the stuff that you eat. That sounds like a bit of the celestial medic stuff. So if you're trying to diagnose a problem with you that you're facing, it's good to know you could use the Bagua in that capacity. I definitely want to learn how you use the Bagua to find out how you use the Bagua to analyze the hierarchical system in any company or family to figure out what could be the issue that they're possibly facing. That seems very fascinating to me. I really hope we could get like a visual video or something to this, so that'll kind of bring it home for me. But other than that, I'm trying to follow as much as I can. Back to you, Tenured number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
No problem. I will talk more about it online. I know it's a little bit too much. But now you know there are such a thing. At least you know there is such a thing. Yeah, it's like these information are like you're packing up the database so that the god have more information to work with. Hey, imagine that if you have like you div and there's like maybe a U at this location trying to attack your house, right? Like what number would describe a U, right? So a U would always be like around like a 3 or 4, something like that. So if I have something like a 32, right, that would be like a U that is here to loot me. So if I got a 32, right, it's a U here to loot my essence. And if I try to use the Bagua to check up, and then I got like, for example, the Hamgua, okay? So it would be like a middle-aged male U, and not like a female U, right? So now you can know what the Yi is like. There we go. Tier number 4, Lima Echo, India.
Opinion number 4, Lima Echo, India. Yes, sir, John, about the Bagua and stuff like that. Like when you were explaining, I kind of, I didn't get any of it, but I like how let's say like not everybody can see anything like not everybody can see in D6, or maybe like you're just not in condition to see anything at all, or you just haven't gained that ability. But being able to like div and then determine that like what the E is and get specific, like if it's a ghost or you or E god, like that's pretty it goes in handy, especially like if I'm able to like actually grab like all this info, like it'd be nice to like know like, okay, I'm dealing with this. It's a EGOT, or it's a U, or it's a something, or it's a leech, or yeah. This is quite nice, especially like not every time like you can see something, so it gives you like an insight of what you're dealing with. And yeah, I really like this lesson on this, because it feels like like you're not going all the way blind, like just spraying, like you just emptying out your guns but you don't know what you're dealing with. But with this, you finally know, okay, you're dealing with this specifically. Yeah, TNet number 4, Lima Echo India.
Yeah, I know that it's a lot of information to process, but the point is, you can see the purpose and like how good it is that we have this method, so that we don't have to be blind, even if one day, you're not in condition, or you just don't feel like using so much of your power to just go and check and battle. Right now you have this method, and this method is usable for even like newbies who join the ACG, and they can use the AC power to div. It's very powerful, because like you're not using your own, you're using here. And my God knows about all these knowledge. So as long as you use the way like I have set up to div, then it's like, yeah, you're going by the template and it will go like that. It will work just like that. It's not like a guessing game. So by doing that, you can diagnose your house after your cleansing, or even before your battle or anything. You can kind of diagnose and see the situation. So yeah, that is a really fortunate thing for the next generation. Tier number 2, Golf Echo India.
Team Yacht number 2, Gulf Echo India. Yeah, this seems like a really fantastic diagnostic tool, especially for how accessible it is, and with the addition that it can be used with div directly from the AC. That's, oh my gosh, instant upgrade. Do you feel like this is a really complete diagnostic system? I mean, like with any diagnostic system, it's not, you don't need to know, you don't need to have all of the different codes that it could give memorized, as long as you understand the basics of how it works, why it works, and like how to find out more, right? Which, I mean, we have you for everything, so big deal there. But do you feel like this can generally cover anything that we would need to find out, or is there more detail or more range that it doesn't necessarily cover? TNOT number 2, Gulf Echo India.
I would say it's pretty good. Like even myself is very excited about it, because like usually when I diagnose, it's very tiring. Like like for example, if I like BSA whatever is going wrong and I so travel, right? It's like you look at me from the outside, it's like, yeah, I just spent a few minutes doing it, but after I come back, it's really, really tiring. And the more you have to do, the more inaccurate it gets, because like you start to be playing with your own mind in a bit, like because you're tired, and it's very hard. Sometimes it really requires a lot of so-called energy to do that and get an accurate result. So it is powerful. I mean, like sometimes, like let's say when Lei say he got attacked and I saw trouble, I can see the thing right away, right? But the thing is, like, yeah, you see it, but you don't know what it is sometimes. Like you see the thing, like, oh wow, it's like a huge eyeball in the air, but what the hell is this? What is it trying to do? You don't know until you battle and see what it's doing. So it's not that informative all the time. But with this method, it's like the God is directly telling you, okay, this is whatever thing, and it's trying to do this. This is the goal of this thing there, and so I can decide if I want to kill it or I just want to like tell it to go away or whatever, right? Like you can choose, but with the soul travel method is like you're on your own. There's no one helping you. So yeah, it's kind of scary. If I have to choose, I would go for this kind of method over the soul traveling checking any day. Any day. Like there was a time where I learned to do a diagnosis for people, um, like replacing the soul traveling, going to the Yunsan and all that, and it was like using the mahjong cards. Oh my goodness! Like after that, I'm not doing the soul traveling anymore. Like I'm not going to your Yunsan and check anymore, unless it's like I have no time to waste. Like the last time I did it was when Wing was having issue, and she was like fainting and like blackout, spinning and all that. Well, it was like there's no time to waste, so I flew over and do everything that way. But if it's like a client or it's not that emergency, I would be like, yeah, let's bring out the card. Much easier, much easier. Okay, tier number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Yeah, it sounds like it can become a very versatile diagnostic tool that we can use for more things than just cleansing the house. Like maybe we could do it for, like you said, we can do it on each other, or you can do it on people or on yourself, maybe even. So the 9 palaces would be applied to a person, I guess, or anything. So is it something that we can basically apply to whatever you want to find more information about or get a diagnostic kind of picture of? So if so, then that's a really useful addition. I mean, it's useful just as a cleansing thing, but in general, it could be like used for like a Dow medical type of diagnostic process, perhaps as well, like to work out chi issues and things like that. I'm just seeing other potential uses there that could be handy. TNet number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Yeah, it is. And even better is think about it. If I have someone that needs help, instead of me helping, I can be like, hey, Gay, your turn. Div this guy for me. Do a report. That reminds me of people bring their car to the auto shop and get a checkup, right? So doing that check is done by the computer, so you can like teach a newbie to use the computer, and they can do all that checkup, and then later on, the more experienced one comes in and decide what to do, and they will be doing things based on the report. So it's kind of like the nurse taking report of like basic things, what's going on, the blood pressure, all that crap, and then the doctors comes in and decide what to do, right? So kind of like that. With this method, it could be like done by you guys, and then I can decide the strategy of what to do and how to do, and yeah, that way it will reduce my workload. And hey, think about it. If you guys like, I know Gay and Gap might be moving soon, right? They have to get out of the house, I think. So for your next place, right? Like, yeah, how do I check up on the place? Now you know. So you do the 9 palace, and then you check out if the new house is clean, not clean, okay, and you get all the information, then you know how to prepare for the move in. If it's like really bad, then you'll be like, okay, we're not moving in yet. We're going to like bring our magic tool. We're going to like kick the thing out. Maybe like have Sajon just clean up the place first, and then we move in. But if it's okay, then it's like, yeah, we just move in the boxes and then we set up the altar and then we clean up the house, right? Like the whole project can be planned differently based on how crappy the place is, or it's like really good, or, like, so it really depends on the place, and you will plan the different kind of strategy. Let me give you an example. If I'm going to clean up the house, right? Would I lock the door and then clean up, or I clean up and then lock the door? Now, that's the thing, right? If there are already crap going on inside the house, like some ye gods or whatever is already like inside the house, you will want to seal the place first. So you don't let that thing escape and then you go kill that thing, right? But if I am like, okay, there's nothing going on, I'm just doing my routine cleansing, then I can like just clean up the house, right? And then I close the door and seal. That way, it's okay. So it really depends on what is going on, how I want to approach it, and the whole strategy of that ceremony would change, right? So yeah, sometimes it's like, there's a fly or mosquito, right? I could like just chase the thing out the window and then I close it. It's not coming back anyway, right? It's fine. But if you want to like be crazy, you can like close all the window. Now you're not flying anywhere and I'm going to kill you, right? Like I'm not letting you escape. Right? That's a totally different mindset. So by changing the strategy, you will achieve different results. Okay, it is now 5:39 p.m. We'll talk to you online and also the net tonight. This is TN number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo, giving you a 73, and I'll be clear.
Senior number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf, clear.
Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf, clear.
Juliet number 4, Lima Echo India, clear.
Team Yacht number 2, Golf Echo India, clear.